See, I always finding where the locations for the other ones, and I was like, oh, that's right. We Hrothgar are quite used to snow and ice, so we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. Dude, you were talking about it being fucking cold, and I told you that's dumb because you're wearing a fucking trench coat and you're covered in fur. Ah, why? Dick. So we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. This morning, a homeless hire lad, those are the humans, was found lying stone cold in the street. When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid, like a statue. The poor thing can't have been more than 20 summers old. Well, I mean, if I was in this kind of climate, you wouldn't catch me sleeping in the street, right? Like, fucking next to a fire, maybe. We asked the Temple Knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Reese of Garland Ironworks. Their founder, Sid Garland, is one of the few Garleans to have turned his back on the Empire and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. At any rate, we must first head to the Sky Steel Manufactory. I mean, is meeting Sid that big a deal to you? Like, shit. I can introduce you. We're pals. In fact, I don't have the minion thing on my bar, but I have a little wind-up Sid minion that I could pull out so that you could actually meet a little wind-up pretend Sid. You're really that hard-pressed. Like, what is going on? Hold on a second. Like, so that side of the statue's gone, so there's that rubble, I guess. Oh, it's these pillars too, huh? Okay, that makes more sense now. It's just like, how the hell is there so much shit here around it from being destroyed? I don't get it. But now we know. We have successfully put that fucking puzzle together. Problem solved. What do you got for me, Reese? Good day. I take it you're the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights? There's someone I'd like you to protect. A recent defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. I'll not bore you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a ceruleum heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the Broom. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. Terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'd be glad to help. Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of its most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Aload, has been dispatched to see that he make it there and is safe. Godspeed, good! I've never heard of them. Prisoners are offered an opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlemald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom. Worst of all, they are led by Vitus Quo Masala, a man who should be feared and defeated. As a soldier, he reached the rank of Pilus, prior, but was relegated to butchering a village of innocent civilians. Even his fellow Garlands were disgusted by these barbaric acts, yet that did not to damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Hevius von Belser himself. During my imprisonment, Vitus Quo Masala came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot than join his ass. As you can imagine, he was far more pleased with my refusal and tried to persuade me by using my Magitech collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over. And that's why you have spasms and can't fight sometimes. Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Radovan. Many who fight for the Aload just simply don't have a choice. By the Fury, if I'd known the dangers involved, I would have called the whole people here. It's too late now, though. The airship is already on its way to Kurthis. It should soon be arriving at the Observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have an Imperial craft dock in the city for matters of security. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed the rest of the way on foot. Once we're safely inside the gates of judgment, we can consider the mission a success. Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Reese, I give my word that he will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie, you know as well as I do that Aluade are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind. You think you can take them on without me there to heal you? He simply doesn't want to see his Bunbei get fucked up. It hurts his soul. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have you by my side, but against foes like that, Claspon and I will struggle to hold our own, let alone to protect you. Protect me? Look, Radovan, we protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. What a douche. Not to rush you or anything, but we should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing on top of the tower. On top of the tower? Or did you say on top of the hour? Probably the tower, right? Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent person. I just don't want her to get involved. But this is a virtuous quo Masala we're dealing with. A monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. You see, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Garlean captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life, and I might have even gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. She's lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize there is still a place in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I become a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost, she helped fill that void in my life, and gave me a reason to carry on. Ha! If she were here now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental old fool, or words to that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back here. We can continue on our way. That's not what we want, right? Yeah, that's a machinist. We don't need that shit. We damn sure don't need it. Well, let's just go to Camp Dragonhead then. I'm not gonna spend forever running around on my legs using my feet like a fool. Fuck that. We just spend some gil. Which is why you can never have too much. You're always using a little bit here, a little bit there. It comes, it goes. It's not that big a deal. Listen to the music. It's intense. Shit's getting real. Look at that. Big ass telescope. Looking into the cloudy ass sky. Like it's going to help you out in some way to have a cloudy ass sky above your head. Doing absolutely nothing to fucking help. These clouds are fucking up your studies. Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the man you will be escorting. Kato Nan Mamala, at your service. Or should that be Kato Mamala now? Something the matter? Yeah, he hates these Imperials. Well then, shall we begin? Like, how are you going to be okay with Sid Garland, who's a defector, but you weren't going to be okay with any other person who's a defector? Like, you can't look forward to seeing one and have a problem with the rest. The Aluade knew we were coming. Hell's bells, they must have seen that chair ship from miles away. I'll stay with the engineer. You go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. Okay. Easy. Easy day. Not even a big deal. We're just gonna destroy some shit. Fuck some people up, earn cartridges, spend cartridges, destroy their hopes and dreams. Boom. And we've got our cartridge combo here. Bam. Use a couple cooldowns just because we can. Use another cartridge attack. And that's all you really need to do. It's not a big deal. Can't handle it. Look at that, 0.5%. I'm just going to let auto attack kill him. I'm not even going to try. He's not worth it. Not even worth it. Pathetic. Weak. Incapable. Just a few singular words you could use to describe these fools. Oh look, 2 of them now. They still think they're special. They're still not. But they certainly think so. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. Fucked up the combo. Life goes on. And in the end, it's irrelevant. They couldn't handle it. They never can. Never can. That's fine. They'll just all fall. There we go. Oh, yes. Another AoE so we can get another cartridge up. We'll let him die slowly. Use those. Give myself a cooldown. I wasn't paying attention to my health. But in the end, it doesn't matter, really. And like I said, we're just too good. We're just too good. They're not good enough. There's nothing they can do about it. And in the end, fuck them. In the end, fuck them. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. They can't handle it. They never can. Some of the Aluade stayed in their hiding places until you'd passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm sorry, they caught me by surprise. You made it this far, but Vitus is here still. If this is just a taste of what the Aluade have in store for us, our best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamula and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The 2 of us stand a better chance than a group of 4. It's a fair assessment a lot of the time. All right. I'm going to tell them we need to stick together because there's safety in numbers. And I don't necessarily think he doesn't have ulterior motives to wanting to be alone with this guy. I know how you feel, but sometimes we must separate. Fewer is better in some situations. We'll meet back in Ishgard. Will we, though? My colleagues will contact me via link pearl once Master Mamula has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the Aluade to our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I'd better get these wounds looked at. Thank goodness you're all right. You'd been gone so long I came looking for you. I met a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing. You didn't cross paths with Radovan either, did you? Wait, where is he? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting. He said he was going to Ishgard. I didn't trust him, but hey, here we are. Katunen Mamula. Yeah, it's somebody who's tied to the dude he can't stand. I guarantee it. Radovan never talks to anyone about it, but he comes from a place called Bozja Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Garlean experiment gone wrong. In charge of the project were Midas Non-Garland and his right-hand man, this guy. Radovan's opposition to Bozja being used as a testing ground of potentially dangerous magitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. There's a strong chance that he's planning to exact his revenge. Yeah, that's what I said. We have to stop him. Well, obviously. They headed west towards Ishgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose. Here we fucking go again. That's right. Midgard Dormer. You fly us. You fly us around. O Father of Dragons. Slayer of giant ships in the sky. Sacrificer of self. Carry me to where I want to go. Man, happy I can fly here. This is much further than I thought it would be. Holy shit. Holy shit, just register that I'm there and I clicked it. Goddamn. There we go. Core on the mouse was just annoying me and I didn't need it. It's charged. What am I doing with myself here? It's wireless for a reason. I missed that. Scratch in the back of my shoulder. Bozja. Look here, Radovan. Stop your shit. Claspon? Obviously, dude. Obviously. Alright, evil ass grin. Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I had. Don't deny me my vengeance. Nah, we need him to live. Not only that, but you did swear to protect him. And he's far more valuable to us alive. I will not beg your forgiveness. However, I ask that you hear my final words. Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee that it could fail so catastrophically. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since. From that day forth, I have sought redemption, a chance to somehow right the wrongs I have committed. That is why I asked Midas' son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge may help to fight the Empire itself. But I always knew it, the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment. Look at him. Ooh. We're gonna hit him in the pride. Does the word of a gunbreaker mean nothing? You just do whatever you want? Betray your word? You're the last true gunbreaker. Until you see fit to recognize me as the next generation. What have I become? A man consumed with anger and rage. It's alright, it happens. My honor as a gunbreaker, as a man. This is unforgivable. You are the last of us now. Is he talking to me like I'm the last gunbreaker? That's fine. I'll be alright. Who the fuck is this? You want us to kill him now, sir? No. The old goat can wait. It's the prowling lion I want. Yes, your head will make a fine display. He's what's-his-nuts that was electrocuting the shit out of Radovan. That's what's going on. Highly confident in that statement. Highly confident. Wandered off, but we've still got a job to do. And I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him. Come on, Claspon. With or without Radovan, we still have a job to do. Let's get Mamula to Ishgard. Indeed. Let's. After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I'm pleasantly surprised that the Alawade kept away from us for the remainder of the journey. Yes, fortunate indeed. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, though. If that Vitus Quo Missala is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamula will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. Yes, it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. I hope that the next time we meet, I shall have glad tidings to share. I mean, I don't see this douchebag trying to get in here, but at the same time, constant vigilance. We managed to get Mamula here unharmed, but in doing so, we've lost sight of Radovan. Could be anywhere by now. But we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. If he decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the Alawade. I doubt we've seen the last of them. Damn, we didn't